You know, it's like I'm just starting. Hey, this is Johnny Beane, live 5:10 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah.
5:10? 8:10 Eastern Time. And who's in here? Who's looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Who are you?
I'm Jay Hannon.
Hey, Jay.
For all the people in the chat right now that I'm looking at.
7/8. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. We got Pascal. Pascal is awake. Look at that. He's yelling. He's yelling. Pascal is awake. Brian Davies. Brian, happy birthday, right? You had a birthday the other day? I think.
Well, happy belated.
Yes, yes. Sorry, I saw it. I was late to the party. Matthew Stewart says hi, Johnny. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, yeah. So it's Friday, and hey, Blackie DH. Yo, what's up, man? Hey, Pris. Derek. Look at this.
Where are you seeing all these people? Okay, it's you're faster than me. Yeah, mine's coming up real slow. I got the molasses chat room here.
Guitar Wannabe. Hey, man. Hey, Craig. Thanks again for those guitar picks. Where'd I put them? Oh.
Hey, Blackie DH, what's going on?
They're over there. You see those pics that Craig sent me?
Mm-hmm.
The ones with it says Guitar Wannabe on them, and then it has his guitar on
his
there?
Black and gray 5150. That guitar is really cool.
The Stealth. Yeah, let me grab one of those pics real quick.
Okay. Great. Now I'm on here by myself. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Craig, those pics are cool, man. That guitar is really awesome.
Yeah, he built it himself. Yeah, look at that. Here's the Guitar Wannabe. Oh, come on, focus.
Put it over your face. No, like you know, kind of like just focusing on your face instead of there. We go.
Right there.
Yeah,
all right. So yeah, there's that side.
Yep.
And then there's the side with his guitar. That's cool.
That is cool.
That's really cool.
Yep.
It keeps wanting to see my face, huh?
Yep.
That's the oh yeah, there it is. Craig, very cool. Cool picks. Thanks again, man.
Hey, you already got a question there, Johnny.
Axe Art Guitars is asking, so should I upgrade my EVH Wolfgang Standard with the brass block? You can. Definitely could.
I upgraded my EVH Signature with a brass block, so you know, yeah, I would suggest doing it.
I'm not 100% sure if you would need to route any. That's something that Nesdal would know, and apparently he's driving right now, which I don't really believe.
But I do know that if he's going to get it from FU Tone, all he has to do is send an email to Adam. I asked him the same question. You know, I had told him what guitar I had and what block I would need, and he told me, and that was, it was a 37. 37 for the EVH Wolfgang. So it's probably the same one, but just ask him and he'll tell you. It's that easy.
Axe Art Guitars is asking, what happens to the sound? What happened to the sound of that guitar once you changed it?
There's more bottom, there's more top. It's louder. There's more it's a bigger connection, you know what I mean? If that's the right way to say that. There's more mass, right?
More sustain?
More sustain, more oomph, more everything. There's no downfall to getting one of these things. Yeah, Steve Anderson's answering the questions right there.
Steve says it makes the tone better, and when you tune your guitar, Huh? When you tune, there's more sustain.
When you tune your guitar, there's more sustain. Okay.
Steve, is that the Steve Anderson that's always late? Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to tune your guitar.
No, like I don't think mine's tuned right now, but
Hey, Thomas. Yeah, you don't have to tune it. Come up with your own tuning, write your own songs. You know, I used to do that. I'd pick up a guitar, it would be out of tune, and I would create chords, with whatever tunings those were, whatever I had to do.
this is an R sharp.
Well, I didn't know what they were called, but I just knew what they sounded like.
I still don't know what they're called.
If it sounded cool.
So what would you call this chord right here? Actually, I bent that in. What chord is that, Johnny?
That's a C, very sharp.
Yeah, C is right.
Something. CS.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Axe Art Guitars. Yeah, and thanks for jumping in here. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. I've got one of the brass blocks on a Floyd Rose, which is not on a guitar at the moment, but it will be. It will be soon.
What guitar is it on, or what guitar are you putting it in?
Wolfgang.
Okay. Did you take the shim out?
Of the Floyd?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I had a problem with this one. Because the guy that did it, I told him, I said, the guy, from Adam from FU Tone suggests taking the shim out of the trem. Well, it made the tremolo, the Floyd, sit so far in the cavity that I had to put it back in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like this, I guess this one is perfectly spaced or routed where it's made for that shim. And I took it out and it just, it was all screwed up. So I had to put it back in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it probably just depends. I mean, every guitar is a little different.
Yeah.
No,
if you have a floating bridge, that shouldn't, it shouldn't matter. I would take the shim out if you have a floating one.
Hey, Kat. Hey, Joe. Joe Wentz.
Joe, is your internet back to normal?
Are you driving, Joe? Hey, Vinny. Hey, Howie. Hey, Douglas. Hey, Scotty P. Hey, Gary. U.S. American Made Guitars. Have you checked out his show?
I listened to it when Dave was on a couple weeks ago or a month ago, but I'm too busy listening to your show.
Mm-hmm.
I got so much time in the day, man.
Well, we've done a few of these.
Yeah.
You can watch, a few of these things, but yeah, definitely. Everybody check out U.S. American Made Guitars. That's Gary. Check out his channel. You can click on if you're in the chat room, you can click on his name right there. Go to his profile, his page, give him a subscribe. Yeah. He's cool. Cool guy. Right? Yeah. He's got some cool episodes he's done. I'm sure there'll be a lot more over there. Joe Wentz, the Joe Wentz Project TV says no.
No, don't follow him. Oh, his internet. Okay.
Oh, he's not driving. He's not driving, I think. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either no, he's not driving, or no, his internet isn't any better.
Oh, I think his internet's okay.
Okay, good.
I think it might be because he goes live. I get the notification. I see it. BV Ninja, hey man. Oh wow, they're saying hello to everybody. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So what's did you see that fly?
No.
I try to keep the flies out of here.
Well, now that you got that skunk smell outside, man, it might be a little tough to do.
Oh, it's worse than that now, man. The cat had a snack basically, and then let's just say it was on the car later on. It was not cool. Not cool, but at least I know that she ate something.
Oh man.
You have some American made guitars? What's up? What's up?
Hey, Keith Michael has a question for you.
Hey, Keith, question. I've heard you both. I've heard both yourself and Dave. Despite, huh? Despite owning what seems like countless EVH guitars, and hosting the EVH Guitar Show. Is that what this is? Uh, why don't you play EVH professionally? Huh?
In other words, why aren't you endorsed? I think that's what he's asking. That's what it seems.
I don't know. Ask them.
Ask Eddie. Why don't you send Eddie a Twitter message and say, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Tweet. Give him a tweet. I love the guitars. You know, we talk about them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We love their products. You know, we love talking about them. Love using them. No fly zone, Douglas says. That's right. It's a no fly zone. Oh, he's asking, why don't you play the EVH gear at your gigs?
Oh,
I do. Dave, I don't think Dave does, because I think he plays his main. Well, Dave's not here. Literally, Dave's not here. He plays. I think he plays a Les Paul. I think that's what he mainly plays live. But I play the Wolfgangs. Yeah.
Wait, so his main guitar live is a Les Paul, but has he ever shown that on the air, or is that one he keeps like, you know?
I don't know.
I've never seen it on the wall either.
I've never seen it either. I don't think he keeps it there. I think he keeps it somewhere else.
It's like Nigel Tuttle, and don't even look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even keep it. Don't even keep it here.
Don't even keep it in the house.
Well, you know, when Desiree gets there, that thing's out of here.
Oh,
that wall.
Les Paul has the extra bedroom. That's where that is.
I have a feeling all those guitars are coming down. You know.
Hey, Mr. BHBJR says hello. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, is that Bruce? I think it is. Frankenstein or Wolfgang?
Huh?
Is that like the old Dracula? No. Which guitar? Wolfgang for me. I like the Wolfgang. Has 2 pickups. I think that's what he's saying. You know, the Frankenstein is 1 pickup.
Yeah, but it's not like it's a, you know, they don't make them unless you want to get that one from a couple of years ago that you have to spend what? How many thousands of dollars is that one that Chip Ellis made?
Brand new. Was it 25?
It was something like that.
Something like that. Although I played one.
Mm-hmm.
I played one, and I would say it was probably the best guitar I've ever played in my life, as far as doing all the Van Halen stuff on a single guitar. That's the guitar.
That was it, huh? Wow.
Mm-hmm. It had, you know, our friend Sean Silas did the setups and all those things. Hey, Dave.
That's Dave who built my guitar, right?
Huh?
That's who built my guitar, right?
Yes. Yeah. The guy that built your guitar, he set up all those Frankensteins. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nesdall's in here, hey, Dave.
I know. Dave, I thought you were driving, man. The sun probably just went down. They pulled over. Axe Art Guitars. I got both, and I love my Wolfgang. Cool. Axe. Which which do you have the Frankenstein? Did I say that right? Frankenstein.
Yeah. Frankenstein or Wolfman.
That's what
Yeah.
I said. Dracula is what I said.
Yeah, he's on the road. Stopped at a Chick-fil-A.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I think you'll be in the restroom for a while.
Yeah, he's not gonna be getting on the road for a little time now.
No. Yeah, because we have one of those here in I think Walnut Creek, and I was eating one driving one time, and it was 10 minutes later. I was like, oh
Did you get the spicy one?
no,
That's what I get.
no, just the regular,
Oh,
the spicy. I would have to pick up my order and then just go eat it in the restroom, probably.
yeah, I'm not a big Chick-fil-A fan. There's one a few minutes away. That's the one Dave's probably at right now. The one 10 minutes away from my house. He's gonna be calling me to use the bathroom.
Oh man, hey Jim Guitry is in here. Let's see. Dave says he just got the chicken nuggets.
That's it.
No, Chick-fil-A. No, they're good. They're good, but yeah, for me, just hurts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little.
They're in Georgia.
Joe Wentz says when he plays live, he loves to use his Telecaster, his Stratocaster, and the Wolfgang Special. Yeah, that's a cool guitar. Huh?
I guess it depends on what kind of stuff he's playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Bazik. I don't know if I should read that, but
yeah.
I think he's talking about me.
I think so. Oh yeah, I saw what you said about your coupons that they sent you.
I know. This is what they sent me. They sent me 2 of these things. I mean, look at that. It has the foil. It's an official thing.
That doesn't look like something you printed out in your on your home printer. You know.
Here, let me cover up the barcode and stuff. But yeah, it's a real thing.
Why? Why cover it up? If anybody tries to copy it, they can't use it anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they'll just show a screenshot of this.
Yeah. Blank Palette says, anybody get the new HP2 yet?
Not me.
I saw somebody on one of those Wolfgang Facebook pages. He got the white one with the black binding. That one, to me, if I were to get one of those, that's the one I would get. Something about that white with the black binding looks really, really sharp. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Here, I just have to unblur myself. There we go. Yeah, Joe Wentz, man. What's up, dude? Yeah, Joe, he's really into the Arby's.
Oh man.
Well, there's 2 jokes. There's 2 jokes about Arby's. One from The Simpsons. You know The Simpsons, those 2 twins, those 2 twin girls. There were, on one episode, they're like, I forget what was happening.
Wait, Marge's sisters, her twin sisters?
No, the ones that go to school, the ones that go to school apart. Yeah, there's a line that they had one time in an episode, and they're like, or one of them said, "I'm so hungry, I would eat at Arby's."
Yes, I've heard that.
You know, one of them said that, and of course, and then there's Seinfeld. There's Putty, where he says it feels like an Arby's night, is what he said. And I think he took Elaine to Arby's. Remember when Jerry was going to buy a new car from Putty? And he took her out to celebrate. And he wouldn't say where they went. And she said, "Oh, we went to Arby's."
High class, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a guy on Facebook that would get mad at me every time I quoted those quotes. Every time I would just print them on Facebook or just type them. He would be like, "Johnny, you know, What's wrong with you, man?
What does he own stock in Arby's or something?
I don't know. Maybe. I do like Arby's though. I do like it, but you can't find them out here.
I don't. I'm trying to think if there's one around me. I mean, I live, near Myrtle Beach, where there's every kind of fast food place you can imagine within a 5-mile radius. And I'm trying to think if I've seen. I don't look for them, but I can't remember seeing an Arby's around here. There's got to be one, but yeah.
Oh, Dave, you're in Joe's. He's in Joe's area. Dave, you should stop by.
Yeah, Greenville is. I want to say that's like 4 hours away. Either 2 or 4 hours away. Sorry about that. Turn
Is
my
that
ringer
Dave?
off. Yeah.
He's like Jay. We're right outside.
Open up the door.
We can sleep on those guitar cases behind you.
All right.
He's in Georgia.
Yeah.
Earlier, they had posted that they were in Alabama, and I'd commented back, "You mean the band? Like you had joined?"
Yeah, I commented and said something about the other night in the chat when he said he's going to be going through Alabama, and I wrote in the chat room with a banjo on his knee, and I was like, "Why did I just type that? That's terrible." Good dad joke,
Hey, do you want to be on the show?
Yeah, I'll be live on the air for a minute.
Well, you're on. Who is this?
It's Dave Hesdall.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey, and Desiree. Desiree's here too.
Hi.
We're both exhausted, and we're somewhere in Georgia at the moment.
Well, that's what Chick-fil-A will do to you. I told you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're in Georgia, and we need to get to Greenville, South Carolina tonight. And it's, I think, another 4 hours away or so.
Man, that's where they got to go tonight?
You got to stop there tonight? That's where you're stopping?
Or either there or as close to there as possible. But we're both fading fast.
Well, don't drive if you're exhausted.
Well, I mean, that's neither here nor there. We've been exhausted for days now.
Man.
But, yeah, I just figured I'd call real quick and say hi to everyone.
Well,
and, the wave to Dave tour keeps rolling on.
The Wave to Dave tour. You like that picture that I posted of you?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It looked just like him, huh?
It does, too. Looks flocking.
Yeah. Desiree's going to get you some of those Elvis glasses.
What'd you say?
Oh, so you're going to get a pair of those glasses?
Yeah.
She's going to get you a pair of them.
Yeah. Stretching out.
Yeah. So what? So are you near Joe Wentz?
No. Joe Wentz lives in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm
That's
in
where you're
Georgia.
going.
Oh, and that's where you're stopping.
Yeah.
Well, maybe tomorrow, Joe can you guys can hitch a ride on the back of his truck. He can pull you along.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
He'll be driving what, 8 hours tomorrow? 16 hours? He can
Something like
pull you guys the whole way.
Yeah, maybe. That would be great.
He does
We're
sound
going to try to see if we can get to my dad's house in North Carolina. But either, just for a minute, say hello, and then go home from there.
But yeah. Well,
we have to be home. We have to be home by Sunday night.
Yeah. Well, if you're tired, go to sleep somewhere and just get up early.
Sounds like a plan. We're gonna go a little further and then find a place to sleep.
Cool. Cool. Well, if you want to stay awake, don't listen to this.
Very funny.
Jay
All right,
and I
guys.
are gonna sing lullabies.
Yeah. All right. So listen, we're gonna split. So everyone, thanks for everything. See you all soon. And we'll talk to you from the road.
Yes. All right. All right.
Nice, guys. See ya.
Talk to you later.
All right. Good night.
Okay. Good night.
Who was that?
He sounded Dan Nesdall. Who was that?
Dave Wentz? Oh man. Yeah, seriously though, you guys. Yeah, stay awake. I almost fell asleep driving recently, and I actually think I did, but I knew the route so well, I could drive it in my sleep, you know.
Literally.
Yeah.
So there were some questions that went past.
Let's see.
About the EVH Music Man design. I had thought that design, they already had it and presented it to him. He made it seem like at the time that he designed that guitar, but I thought they already had that. That's why they're still able to make the Axis, or am I wrong?
I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've all heard stories.
Yeah.
Like what you're saying. We've all heard that was something they had. I'm not 100% sure. But I do know I've seen pictures of like the prototype guitars, and they say Axis on them.
Yeah.
And this was before it was called, you know, with his signature on them.
Yeah.
And then they released the guitar later on with that name.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe he, you know, altered the contour of it or something, or things here and there. But I could have sworn. I mean, obviously anybody could be wrong at this point, but you know.
Steve Anderson says 14. That is the right Steve Anderson. Man, you weren't late tonight. He says 14 sleeps till I fly down to Cabo for Hagar's 70th birthday.
Awesome.
Man.
That's going to be cool. Speaking of Sammy, this day in 1985, let me pull this up here. This happened. Is that focusing?
No.
Basically, the unveiling of Van Hagar was tonight or today. This day.
The Farm Aid.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
That's cool. I remember that. I might have actually watched that live on TV, possibly. That's cool. So that was on this day.
Yes, 1985.
On this date.
Yeah, Van Halen News Desk posted that earlier. So cool. Joe Wentz says the Big Montana. Yeah, that's what I always liked, but apparently they don't make that anymore. Arby's. Oh, that's what he gets.
That's what I used to get.
The Big Montana.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Let's see. TWF 7847 says I was able to upgrade my PV Wolfgang special, the Made in Korea guitar, with the German Floyd Rose, you know, the original Floyd, brass block, and Plek. You're talking about the frets, right? It rivals any of my 1 to 3000 Charvel ESP or Fenders.
Wow.
Man.
I'm not seeing that comment anywhere.
It was a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
I had to scroll up. Nesdall took a lot of airtime. Hopefully he's staying awake. Again, Dave, if you're listening to this, turn this off. I don't want you to fall asleep.
You're getting very sleepy.
Not that this is boring. Actually, maybe he should listen to this because it'll get him angry.
Yeah, because he'll be like, man, I want to answer that
It'll
question.
keep him awake. It'll keep him driving.
Yeah, Jay doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, everybody, Dave's home phone number is okay, you read that. Killer Chimp 12. Okay, you saw that. Driving will wear you out. Believe me, Joe Wentz says. Axe Art Guitars said something. Although it caught it. I'll show it though. Steve Anderson says Eddie wanted a guitar that combined a Les Paul Telecaster and a Strat, and he drew up a design of what he wanted. That's what Steve is saying.
I hope that's true. I really do.
I know that.
It's cool.
I know that's what he would when that guitar came out. I know that's what he was saying. It was kind of like a Telecaster and a Les Paul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that backstage interview. He's like, I didn't want some XYZ thing, you know. He's like, I wanted something simple.
Yeah, from Georgia.
That's when that was
from Atlanta. Yeah, that was the opening night of the Carnal Knowledge. I think it's been a while. It's been a long time.
The poster with when he's in 5150 studio holding the guitar. He's got like a green button-up shirt on. And,
yeah.
The quote on the bottom is something like, I endorsed the guitar I used to play. I designed this one. Big difference. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. Come on. You used to tinker with all your guitars. You know, like, if anything, you did more stuff to those guitars than you did to this one. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, I always thought that was a little bit of a, you know.
Well, I mean, they're, you know, it's all about selling those guitars.
Of course.
And that, I mean, technically, the Music Man was the first official Edward Van Halen signature guitar.
Yes.
There was never an official Kramer.
Nope.
You know, what he played, you couldn't get.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why you had all these guys building their own.
And whose decision was it to, like, when he did all the ads holding Kramer guitars? Was it him that didn't want to use? I thought it was Kramer that didn't want him holding his guitar because of that reason. Like, you couldn't buy his guitar, so he had to kind of sell the guitars they made. Is that?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That sounds like a question we can ask somebody soon.
And I wonder if why they didn't make one. Maybe just back then it just didn't happen. I mean, how many signature guitars were there? Did any artist really have a signature guitar back then? You know, it's like in the 80s, nobody wore football jerseys with somebody's name on it. It's like 80s. A different type of thing.
Yeah. Although I don't think Eddie wanted anybody having what he actually used, you know. He always wanted his own thing. That's why he was always changing up the Frankenstein. That's why he painted it red, to change it up, because companies started making black and white striped guitars back then. You know, Charvel started making stuff. You know, and they weren't official guitars, but they were saying they were Van Halen guitars. And he put in like different pickups. You know, look at some posters, photos of like him playing live in like '79, and you'll see the Frankenstein guitar, and it'll have like 3 pickups in it.
Really?
There'll be like a middle pickup too, which was just stuck in there just for looks, just to make it different.
And I remember seeing the one picture of him, I guess when he got endorsed by Kramer, with the Frankenstein with a Kramer neck and headstock, and I'm like, whoa, that's, you know, not a Kramer guitar.
Oh, the Guitar World?
I forget what it's from, but I saw it recently too, and it's more of like a you know, it's the, you know, hockey stick headstock, but it's more curved. You know, it's more like a banana headstock, and it's got Kramer on. I'm like, wait a minute, you know.
Yeah, that was I know the guy who actually made that.
What, the headstock or the neck?
The guy who made that neck. Yeah, he's actually he wants to come on here and talk to us. We just have to
What'd you ask me on for? What? You should have had him on
have to
instead.
set it up. You know? Well, no, we've been talking for a couple of years about it. Let me see if I can find a picture of what you're talking about. If I have one here. Yeah, that was actually the late '80s. You know, if you see the "Feel So Good" video. You ever seen that music video?
Oh, so he's using. I think
He's playing
that too, but yeah, okay. But I know there was an ad with that in there too.
there was a magazine cover in a poster, Guitar World, February '90, where
wow,
he's wearing 3 guitars. One's the Frankenstein. One is, I think, a maybe a what do you call it? Like the one he used in the Finish What You Started music video. High Del Rey Spectrum 5. You know, he's wearing one of those. Anyway, I can't find a picture, but
Douglas Budor said yes. Idolization was non-existent back then. It's true. Now everyone wants to be someone else. Yeah, it's weird. If you watch some of those like old sports from like the '80s, and look in the crowd, no one is wearing a football jersey. And nowadays, that's all you see.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm guilty of it too now. You know, me and my father watch football together, and when we get together, I put on a Bears jersey, you know, and it's just, I don't know. It's weird. You know, grown men, you know, with whatever.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Okay, you read some of these. Hey, Michael Collins. Hey, Showman is in here too.
Hey, Showman.
Showman.
Axart guitars. Okay, really, my last question. Do you see that one?
Has to go to sleep. He wants to know, should I sell my 1989 Desert Crackle Charvel and my 1987 Fender Japanese Strat to fund an EVH or a PRS? Or should I keep them for future money? It really depends on what you like.
Yeah.
You know, if you love those guitars, you know, hang on to them.
Which EVH or PRS is you looking at?
I'd imagine probably a Wolfgang.
Well, no, I know Wolfgang. I'm saying which one though? Like a standard, a special, a USA.
I'd imagine USA.
Yeah, be selling all that stuff.
If he's looking to sell some guitars, or a PRS. I don't know much about PRS guitars. You know, our friend RMG 471. He's the PRS guy.
Yeah.
So RMG, if you're listening, he knows all about that stuff.
I mean, from personal, you know, I don't own 50 guitars or anything, but I've played a PRS on a couple of occasions. They're really nice, really unique sounding and playing. But if he's looking at a USA Wolfgang, I can't say anything bad about this. It's the best guitar I've ever played. So.
Yeah, you're holding
my 2 cents.
You're holding one.
Yeah.
That's a solid guitar, though, isn't it?
It's solid.
It is.
Feels solid too, man. This thing's got some beef to it.
It is. And right out of the box. Let's see.
Everyone's saying never sell a guitar.
What am I looking at? Yeah. Yeah, if it's something you love, you'll regret it. You know, I mean, you can always get like a similar version of it later on, but it's never the same.
Never. Yeah, no 2 guitars are alike. So.
No.
Yeah, if he's in love with his guitars and it's just like that he wants one of those guitars as well, don't do it. But if he doesn't play them and doesn't really think they're that good, then, you know, if he can get a good deal for them or get a good price for them.
Yeah, it really depends on the condition
Hmm.
and, you know, just what it is, you know.
Michael Collins, ouch, the Bears. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Don't rub it in.
Yeah, I've never been a sports fan. I mean, really, you know. And although I enjoy listening to sports radio sometimes, just to hear them talk about whatever it is, although I have no idea what they're talking about. You know, it's like somebody, you know, who doesn't know anything about guitars or any of this,
Yeah.
tuning into this and being like, these guys, what are they saying? Makes no sense.
Hmm.
But if you know it and you love it, it's awesome. Yeah, Axe Art Guitars. Yeah. If you love those guitars, yeah, hang on to them because you'll never, or if you can sell it to somebody and get it back for them, get it back later on. You know, that's the way to.
Yeah, if he loves those guitars, I mean, I've I've only sold one guitar in my lifetime, and I regret it. So
What was it?
it was a Ibanez RG. I'm trying to think of the model now. I get them confused because there's so many RG 7621s and 75s, whatever the heck's. But it was a 6-string, had the shark tooth inlays.
Mm-hmm.
It was black. It had humbucker single, which I'm not really a fan of, you know, but I got a really good deal at Sam Ash in New Jersey at the time. It was my first like real guitar. And when I started playing 7 strings, it just sat in a case for a couple of years. And a buddy that I worked with, you know, he started playing guitar and everything, and I was trying to help him out. I gave him a really good deal. I sold it for $300. I want to kill myself. And it's funny because it was made in the USA. It was like I'm assuming one of the last years that Ibanez made some production models in the United States, because he brought it into me one time to either change the strings or do something to it. And I remember looking at the back of the headstock, and at the time I really didn't know what was going on. You know, I didn't look at that guitar for years.
Mm-hmm.
And right in the back, made in USA, I'm like, oh, kill me. I sold you a USA made guitar for $300. And then he told me not too long after that, his daughter broke the input jack by using it as a pogo stick. Like, give me it back. I wanted it back so bad.
And so he threw it away.
Probably. I wonder where it is now, man. Breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Pogo stick.
Yep.
Oh man. Oh yeah. So see, Axe says you've totally answered my question. I'm gonna keep the guitars I grew up with, and rock on. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you grew up with the guitars, yeah. Hang on to them. You know, I grew up with every guitar I owned.
You what? You grew up with every guitar you own?
I grew up with every guitar I own. I've had. I grew up with. It's a joke. Hey Eduardo, what's up, man? Rockin' Rio.
Bombings. What the heck is going on here? Wait for a bombing in your local venue? What? I hope this doesn't get flagged because I just read that out loud.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I shouldn't have.
No. Eduardo, good evening. Rock and Rio, rolling here in Eduardo. He's in Brazil.
Yes. Alter Bridge is on stage.
You're at the show right now, Eduardo? Bon Jovi, The Who, and Guns N' Roses tomorrow. Look at that.
Yesterday was Aerosmith and Def Leppard. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got a Facebook friend that was at that earlier.
Mhm.
Saw some live stuff from Def Leppard. RMG.
There he
Hey
is.
man, the PRS guys in here.
Wait, tell the other guy not to go to sleep yet. You got the PRS master in here.
Well, he's here. Art. It was Art, right? Axe.
Yeah, Axar
Axe
guitars.
Art Guitars. Thank you. But hey, real quick, what PRS were you looking at? Because RMG 471 can let you know. But again, don't sell your guitars.
Hmm.
What's up, Brian? Oh man, there was something else here I was going to read that got totally buried.
Somebody said that they played. Oh, TWF 7847 said I played the USA Wolfgang Stealth at the Fender Visitor Center in Corona, and quite frankly wasn't impressed when comparing it to the Jackson Phil Collins PC1. Just my opinion, no disrespect. I've never played the Jackson Phil. I've heard it was a really great guitar, but I can't compare the two because I never played it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's better than this, then holy cow! That's all I gotta say.
Well, I mean, you can't really compare them. I mean, yes, they I'm assuming that the Jackson, right, has a Floyd Rose,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah, it does.
And they're both made in the same building, right next door to that visitor center. I've been there. I wasn't at the visitor center. That place was closed when I was there, but I was at the factory, and all that stuff is made right there. Jackson,
Yeah.
Fender. Well, Fender, owns Jackson,
Mhm.
EVH. Uh, so you can't really compare those two guitars, though.
No. The only thing you compare is which one do you prefer? You know,
Mhm.
that's basically it. You know.
Because the body shapes are very, very different. I would think the Jackson has a different pickup configuration. The Wolfgangs have the two humbuckers.
Yep.
And I don't know for sure, but I would assume the Jackson would maybe be 24 frets,
I believe it is.
probably, because a lot of those are. Those, something about those extra 2 frets or whatever, I can't play them.
So I used to be the opposite way. This is the first guitar I think that I've really owned and played that doesn't have 24 frets. And I'm always like, man, why would I get a guitar? It's fine. It just, if you need to hit it, just you bend it up. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Does it feel shorter? Does it feel shorter to you?
Yes, definitely does. I think it's just how this guitar is kind of like, it feels more compact, even though it isn't. Somebody talked about that, how the guitar might feel or look smaller, even though it's not. I don't know how to explain it. They explained it, and they actually held it up next to another guitar, and I don't know. But it definitely feels like I don't have to extend my arm out as much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, the Van Halen guitars, they are kind of smaller. Well, the Music Man really is a very small guitar. That's one of the problems Nesdal always had with it. Because he's a little bigger than the guitar, and he always and I've heard that from other people, that the guitar, if they're a big person, the Music Man was always very, very tiny on
Feels
them.
like a kid's guitar or something.
Yeah.
Now, how is it playing? Because the Ernie Ball, the Music Man, is a flat top.
Mhm.
How is it? Because I've never played one. So how is it? How does it feel, the flat top, compared to the arch top?
I mean, you can feel the arch.
Yeah.
On your guitar, you can definitely feel. I mean, on the flat top,
Not noticeable, really.
it's, well, I mean, I'm so used to it, because I've played that guitar for, however long that guitar has been around.
Mhm.
Well, and this is a flat top too.
I was gonna say the Wolfgang standards are flat. Yep.
Yeah, and the special. Well, this one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Had to make sure, isn't it? Okay. Oh, good. RMG and Axe Art, so they're getting together now with the PRS. Cool. Awesome. Look at this. Everybody's happy.
Custom 24.
Showman's a blues player, he says, and the Wolfgang it would be a great guitar for blues. You can play anything on a Wolfgang guitar.
Yeah,
Any style of music, anything.
I agree.
Showman is saying Music Man Access Custom EVH Stripe Kramer 50. Anybody? Huh? Does anybody like those?
I think everybody likes them.
Yeah, I like them all.
Hey, my wife's in here. Hey, how you doing? Get back to work.
Hey, that's a wave.
It should be a slap.
Starting to sound like Dave. But yeah, Showman, man, you can play anything on a Wolfgang guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons we love them so much.
I never really used the middle, half and half.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 nights ago, I was just screwing around, I flipped it in the middle and started playing some stuff, and it sounds really unique and cool. Like I said, you can play anything. Like Johnny said, you can play anything on this guitar, and it doesn't sound like, because this thing, like I play heavy stuff, and this thing is blazing. You can sound like the heaviest guitar ever, but then like you said, you can play blues on it. You can play anything on this guitar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're like you said, I mean, the guitars you were playing before you got that was what? 7-string?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what you're used to playing.
I wish they made 7-string Wolfgang pickups, because these pickups kill. They sound so great. Heavy, clear. I can't say enough about them. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it right now.
Yeah, those are great pickups.
Mm-hmm.
They're just powerful. Oh, Dan's in here. Hey, Dan. Yes. Showman, Music Man Access Custom EVH String.
Wait, what?
I think you're reading that's like 3 different guitars.
So is he saying he can get a Music Man Access,
or maybe or
okay, an EVH striped Kramer? He's talking about the EVH 5150.
the Stripe series? Yeah. Oh, he says it's on Reverb. There's something on whatever on Reverb.
I did quotes in the air. I can't believe I did that.
Is there a quotes emoji?
Ugh.
Oh, that's the heading on Reverb. Oh, so it's one guitar and they put all okay.
Let me look at here.
Okay, I think what it is, I think it's the I'm assuming it's the Stripe series 50, and they're using Music Man and Access in the what do you call it?
What should I search for? I'm on Reverb right now. Let me find out what's going on here. Get to the bottom of this.
I think they're using all those different names for the one guitar, is what they're saying, just to get seen. But okay, so anyway, they're saying what? $975 for that guitar? delivered. How much too much is that? He's asking. That's not too much at all.
No. Oh, is this? No, that's not it. I can't find it. I just see the EVH 5150 Stripe series for $13.99 plus free shipping. I see that.
Yeah, and it looks like somebody's selling one for $9.75.
Oh,
That's probably used though, right? Adam Scheinberg. Hey man. Oh, it's okay, man. Says he's late. Okay, RMG is talking to Bruce. I think that's Bruce. Oh yeah, the heading for that listing is all those words. That's
okay.
what he's saying.
Yeah. I probably should have copied that in the first place. All right. You found it?
Me? Oh no, I'm not.
Okay. All right. Typing it in right now.
I'm just assuming that's it's just a Stripe series, but they're using all those different names in the heading.
Ah.
Yeah. Axe Art Guitars says, I seriously have to go to sleep now. It's he's in the UK. It's 2 a.m. where he is. Thank you so much for your company. Maybe we can talk again soon. You're welcome. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Make sure to subscribe if you dig this stuff.
How can you not? Whoa, almost dropped my guitar on the keyboard. Let's see.
Oh no. RMG is asking, where are we on the Wave to Dave tour? Dave called in earlier. He just ate at Chick-fil-A. This is the update. He's probably in the restroom right now, falling asleep. He's saying they have to get to where was it? They have to get somewhere tonight. They have like 4 more hours to drive.
Yeah, they have to go to Greenville,
They're
South
exhausted.
Carolina. Yeah, so it's actually a Music Man Axis custom EVH. That's what it is. Somebody striped it up, even the headstock, and the headstock says Kramer with the star on it. It's got the 5150 space tape. I mean, it looks cool. It looks really nice. I'm going to
It's a Music Man guitar?
Yes, I'm going to message it to you real fast, and if you can pull it up on your phone or something, you'd be able to peep it.
Do you use well, yeah, I guess you do. Messenger.
No, I've never heard of it.
Huh?
No,
Oh, no, I was going to ask you. Yeah, my Messenger keeps crashing.
Really? Mine doesn't.
Yeah, it keeps crashing on my phone. It keeps. I restarted, and look at that. It wouldn't even let me open at all. I don't know what's going on. So I can't restart my phone again.
Oh, so that you couldn't get what I sent you?
I can't even open Messenger at all. I go to open it, it shows it for like a split second and closes.
Oh.
Something weird. Something weird. Although I've got this computer open. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, Keith Michael. I've never seen it either. It's pretty neat, man. Looks pretty cool.
Oh, okay. I see it.
It's got a boatload of pictures too.
It says Kramer on it though.
Yeah. It's got the quarter.
Yeah. I mean that's somebody basically just painted a guitar.
But aren't those great guitars too? I mean, it's basically the same, you know.
It's got a Schaller bridge. Huh. Yeah, it looks like they changed everything on this.
Mm-hmm.
It has a Dunlop sticker on the back. Oh, and an Apple sticker. Oh. I love Apple.
And why would you put those stickers on the back, though?
Well, I actually have
Yeah, well,
an Apple sticker on the back of my guitar.
if you were selling it, would you make? Would you? Never mind.
No, no. I mean, basically, yeah, it's just a custom guitar that somebody made.
But would you think that that's a good deal? Because there are different levels of Axis guitars. How about that?
Right, right. Well, it's weird because it has the switch up there. The Access guitars don't have the switch up there. They have them down by the volume knob. The original Music Man, Van Halen, has the switch where it is on this guitar. Although I would think this is not an original guitar, because why would somebody? If I can see, look up. I can't. If I could see closer, actually, well, no, no, there's no backplate on this guitar. The Van Halen guitar has a backplate. This guitar doesn't. Yeah, this is just a. It looks like just a custom guitar that was thrown together. I mean, technically, I don't know who's selling this. Technically, they can't sell a guitar painted like that. It's actually illegal.
Steve's Gear Bazaar. How bizarre. That's who's selling this.
Yeah, I don't know if Reverb has the same. Like on eBay, that stuff gets pulled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Reverb works. Oh, okay, Music Man Access Custom. Okay, that's why it was so confusing because they put Kramer on the headstock, so they're calling it a Kramer, but it's not.
You see what Keith Michael said? He said, look at the windowsill in the photo behind the guitar. I wouldn't buy anything from this guy. What's on the windowsill?
Wait a minute.
Are you
Jumbo frets? Huh? Well, hey, at least it's got the upgraded brass block, at least. So we know the guitar sounds good. But technically, they aren't allowed to really be selling this. I mean, it's a custom guitar. It's not a professionally made. What, the windowsill?
So you can't sell it as a used guitar? Like if you wanted to sell
not painted like that, no.
Okay.
No. Anything painted with red, black, and white design. Van Halen owns that trademark.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this guitar is painted.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, as far as like, I know you can't sell anything like that new, but I didn't know if
or used
different for you.
No,
okay.
or used, yeah. So technically, they although it's been on here for 6 months.
Wow. Don't buy it.
It's been 6 months. Oh, Showman. Yeah, Showman. I wouldn't grab this. Now, what's on? Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe we know this person. Looks like they've got a 5150 amp back there. What's on their windowsill? Which picture is it?
Yeah, I couldn't really. There's a Tama box on one.
That window is very dirty.
I see a cracked ride symbol or something.
That's a very dirty. Wait a minute.
Hey, Colby.
Hey, Colby.
Mr. BJR. So that's a pretty general range. Those 3 colors are owned by EVH. No, just striped guitars. You can do it any color you want. It doesn't matter. He owns the trademark on a striped pattern guitar, which is general. That's true. But he got it.
Yeah. I'm looking through all these pictures. I just see a dirty window. And what is that? Is that a bunch of newspapers?
Is that what he's saying? Maybe like
Well,
the windows are dirty, so don't buy a guitar.
There's got to be rats in there. Wow. Yeah, I don't know who this is. I mean, if you happen to be watching this, yeah, technically you're not allowed to sell a guitar painted like that. But I mean, it's been on here for like 6 months. It's got 3,800 views.
Wow. He said the window is the most disgusting windowsill I've ever seen.
Yeah, look at that. That's nasty. And it looks like a bunch of newspapers piled up. Look how dirty that window is. That's nasty.
What are you talking about?
I don't know how many we're in. It's a full shot of the guitar. You can see the entire guitar. Some sort of weird stick back there too. I don't know what that is. I don't know. If anybody buys that guitar, I would change those strings.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
That's
Ew.
yeah, it's pretty nasty. I don't know. Again, if you're watching this, whoever is selling this, you cannot sell a guitar painted like that, and I'd clean that window.
Yeah, and you're probably not going to sell a guitar when you put it in front of a window that looks like that. My goodness,
that's
man.
Nasty. Oh, God.
Ugh. You gotta change that to your profile picture for the show, man.
Well, hey, I might know that person. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Or they might know me.
Hey, he says don't hesitate with questions. Ask him when the last time that window was cleaned. When Van Halen 1 came out. That's...
Oh. Yes. But yeah, the main thing though, I mean, the guys, you can have a dirty window, that's fine, but yeah, everybody's looking at it now. But as far as technically, it's illegal for anybody to sell a guitar painted like that. You know, and if the Van Halens, if they come across that, they'll get it pulled. That happens on eBay all the time. Reverb, it's been 6 months apparently, so I guess Reverb doesn't have I don't know. But Showman, you were the one who was looking at that? Yeah, I would pass on that, man.
Unless you want to offer them, like, you know, it's been up there for 6 months. Maybe you can really talk them down, you know? Like, hey, I'll give you $400 for it.
I was going to say, maybe when he originally snapped that picture 6 months ago, the window was clean. But look how dirty it is. That was 6 months ago.
That's a live shot.
Maybe the window's clean now, but I doubt it. It's worse.
Ugh. Hey, there's a make an offer.
Yeah, Dad.
Make an offer.
That guy needs to go on Hoarders. Look at those are newspapers, right?
Yes, they are.
But maybe they're all the ones about JFK and Elvis, and you know, maybe it's those. But probably not. And who reads a newspaper now?
Yeah, right?
But again, it's illegal to sell a guitar painted like that. So
don't
just to let you guys know. Yeah. We actually have a bunch of questions that I've got. Okay, that's you. That's a link to that. Man, I'm gonna have to take a shower after looking at that picture.
Yeah,
Arby's now has a secret menu sandwich called the Joe Wentz Special.
Who said that?
That was Jim Nichols.
Joe himself said it, so it must be the Joe Wentz Special. The
Joe.
JoeWentSpecial.tv.
Yeah, you better buy that domain now, Joe, if you're listening. The Joe Wentz. Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Joe Wentz Special. Jim Nicholas is also talking about the Gene Simmons, the Vault.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard about that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When is that supposed to be released?
I don't know. As soon as somebody, buys them, the $50,000. Well, he'll bring it to your house, and you can hang out with him for a couple hours. Or
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more to this than what's been going around. I think if you actually, because you know how we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're sitting here talking about Van Halen guitars. There's Kiss nerds that have shows just like this where all they talk about is Kiss.
Did you just call yourself a Van Halen nerd then?
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. But I've been watching some of these Kiss shows with these guys, all sitting there talking about. There's a guy who's got he's got a channel dedicated to collecting Kiss memorabilia.
Wow.
And that's all he talks about. But these guys, they're talking about this Gene Simmons box set, and they were saying if you really dig into the website and look at it, there's like there's a lot of different auctions.
Like tiers, you're saying?
Yeah. There's like a producer one where if you buy that one, you'll get your name, in the credits. There's that one. There's one where he'll bring it to your house.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the first one. Yeah, $50,000, and he'll hang out. I think you have 2 hours or something.
He'll hang out for 2 hours. This is just what I heard watching these guys talk on one of these shows.
And they're probably pumped, right?
Actually, most of them they weren't digging it.
Really? Because do they kind of look at it like you're taking advantage of your fans charging $50,000? Is that kind of what they were getting at, or was it a different reason?
A couple of the guys were like that. A couple of other guys were, man, that sounds great to me, like the Joe Wentz special, But they were saying though that if you do the $50,000, Gene will come to your house for 2 hours, and if you have a guitar, he'll play for you. That's what these guys were saying. I guess they read it. I haven't read it, but they were saying Gene will perform for you. You can invite something like 20 of your friends, and they can all have stuff autographed and pictures, and basically you're inviting Gene to come to your house for
hang out for a little mini party. So what?
Yeah.
Are they getting together like a GoFundMe or something?
I don't think they were, but they were talking about how there's people out there that are probably building up to doing that.
Huh.
But as far as us, I mean, what most of us looking at this really want are just those tracks, those Van Halen tracks.
Yes.
And those other guys, they were talking about that stuff too, and they were saying Gene's gonna make it really, really hard for those things to get leaked online until he gets every penny out of that.
Oh, I bet.
Set. Because once that music's online, it's free.
That's it. Yeah, it's over.
I mean, that's like I was telling somebody the other day. Unfortunately, music is free nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But so it might be a while before any of us hear that stuff, unless you buy the thing.
Yeah.
And not that it's $50,000. I think something like the regular price on it was like $2,000 or something.
But still, $2,000 for.
It's like
the only thing I'd be interested in would be the Van Halen stuff. So I'm not
150 songs or. Yeah, I know. I'm not the biggest Kiss fan in the world.
No.
Although, I mean, I like them. I dig them. But I don't know anything about.
Now, my favorite Kiss song is not even a Kiss song. I think I told you about that. It's the God Gave Rock and Roll to You. The song from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I didn't know that wasn't. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, look at that. Wild Stallions. I didn't know that wasn't Kiss until about 8 months ago. One of my buddies is actually the guy that I told you about. He's a Kiss fan, and he's like, that's not even a Kiss song. I was like, what? So in my opinion, their best song isn't even a Kiss song. So I know some people are probably getting angry at me in here.
It's a cover?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
It's a cover from years and years from like one of those like 60s or 70s bands or something?
Yeah, I forget the band's name. Somebody in here might know it, but yeah, I didn't believe it either.
Well,
I know. Great.
I know. I don't know if it's that one or. Well, Desmond Child co-wrote a lot of stuff with them. A lot of their biggest songs, which I guess. Let me look at the chat. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, who wrote that song?
It looks like the band's name is Argent, Argent. Yeah.
Oh, when did it first come out?
1973. 73, yeah. Written by Russ Ballard.
Hey, Jared. Jared Frost is in the house.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah, so that's a cover.
Yeah.
That's a cover.
I didn't know that.
Well, that doesn't surprise me though, because that's a song that was used in a movie, and a lot of times you get a lot of those guys covering, older songs for films.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's a great song. So.
I'm thinking I've heard the original version of that. I'm thinking I've heard it.
I'm gonna have to go listen to it and see.
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, if you love the song so much, maybe you shouldn't, because it'll ruin it.
That's a good point.
That's happened to me before, where I've really where I've really been into a certain song or whatever, and I knew it was a cover, and I never wanted to hear the original because I didn't want it to ruin it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you hear the original, but 9 times out of 10, the original is never. Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of times
nowadays it's the original is better, but
it's the opposite now. It's the opposite now. Yeah. But some of those songs, like the Kiss song, you're saying you love their version of it. You listen to Argent's version of it, and you'll be like, oh, that's weak. Like probably. you can kind of tell like what it is, but Kiss really rocked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, Hold Your Head Up. That's Argent. Joe Wentz. Okay, I know who they are. Yeah.
Huh. I've never heard of them.
I saw a show on them. I saw something about them. This was a while back. Yeah, they had some hits.
So in other words, that song not really a hit for them?
I would assume it was. I mean, if they're covering it. I mean, who covers a song that's not a hit?
Yeah, it is rare, but because that's what I'm saying. I'm sure I don't know. Somebody probably knows.
I'm sure. Joe, what are you doing, man? Is your movie over? Joe knows all this stuff.
Joe,
I think Joe is going to be covering some Argent on one of his next videos.
I'll have to watch it then. Look, yeah, Hold Your Head Up. I'm sure maybe if I heard some of their stuff, I'd be like, oh, I
know that one, right?
I know who it was, yeah.
Hold Your Head Up. That's the one. Well, yeah, Bozique knows that song. Yeah, it's classic. It's classic rock. It has like a organ solo in it.
Yeah, speaking of Kiss, at Broadway, Broadway at the beach in Myrtle Beach here, they had a Kiss cafe. And it closed down a couple years ago, but me and my wife went in there one night, and it was cool. Not like I said, not being a huge Kiss fan, but it was cool seeing all the stuff. The big boots and everything, and the axe guitar with the axe bass. I'm sorry.
Was cafe spelled with a K?
Probably. I can't really remember. But I got a hot chocolate and it wasn't that good.
Oh, Joe Wentz, he already covered Hold Your Head Up. He already did it.
Okay, we'll have to go back
That
to your library and check it out. I will, Bozique. I'll check it out and listen to him.
What was that? Why was I watching Argent? Were they the ones? Maybe it's not them. There's a song by a band where you listen to it, and this is something that Greg Renoff, Van Halen Rising, the book.
Yes.
This is something that he pointed out. The intro to Eruption.
Yep.
The chords, like the beginning drum part and the chords, that's actually from another song from the 70s.
Really?
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, and you can tell the Van Halen, that's where that came from.
Wow.
I want to almost say it was Argent now, but maybe it wasn't. Joe, do you know what I'm talking? Joe, what are you doing, man? Joe will know what I'm talking about because he's read all those books. He's listened to them.
Yeah, I think I tweeted about being on your show, and then the day after or something, the author of Van Halen Rising followed me. I was
cool.
like, what?
Oh yeah. He's a cool dude. We had him on here. What, a year ago? Yeah, he invited me to his party. He had a party with Van Halen, the tribute.
Yeah.
He had a party down in Pasadena, and he invited me to it, but I didn't go. There was a lot of cool Van Halen people there, though. Like people that grew up with them.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. EJR. I want to get the audiobook for Running with the Devil. That's the book I want to read, but I've never been able to read a book in my life, man. I'm serious. I'll start reading, and then all of a sudden I'll get to the next page and I'll be like, crap, I got to go back because I don't know what I just read. I start thinking of other stuff, and I've never been a good reader.
Oh,
you just like articles and stuff, but that's about it. When you get a book in front of me, I can't do it.
Oh man. Well, you just download it in your phone and read it. Can you read on your phone?
I prefer.
I mean, like whatever you look at on your phone. Or you just mean just books in general, just
books
reading
in general, because they're super long and stuff. If I read like a couple pages a day, I'd be fine with it. But then, but I'd never finish a book. But at Sammy's book, I got the audio book of that, and just while I'm sitting there eating lunch or something, I would put it on.
Was it read by Joe Wentz?
Yeah. Actually, he might have done a better job than the guy who read it. Yeah, Joe, I know where Executive Avenue is in Myrtle Beach.
The guy that read it sounded like David Lee Roth.
Yeah, remember when they asked Sammy why he didn't read it? He's like, I wanted to read it, but when it got to the stuff with Eddie, he was showing too much emotion and got mad while he was reading it, so he didn't want to do that.
Who?
Sammy. They asked him why he didn't. It was some interview or whatever. After
he didn't read his own book?
No, that wasn't Sammy.
Huh?
We're talking about Sammy's Red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't read that. He didn't do the audio book for it. How about that? Yes. Sammy never read his own book.
He didn't want to read. He didn't want to do an audio version of it. That's what you're saying.
He didn't want to read the audio version himself. He did, but I guess whoever was, maybe management or whatever told him. I'm trying to think what the story is. Either he wanted to, and they said, listen, if you do it, when you get to those certain spots, you're going to get mad. Or he was the one who said, I want to read it, but I don't want to show the emotion when I'm talking about, this and that happening. And I don't want to get mad when I'm reading my own audiobook or recording it, I guess.
Oh.
So, yeah. If that made any sense.
I see.
That would be cool if Roth narrated Hagar's book.
And vice versa.
Yes.
What if they both, read a book together? Yeah, the only audiobook I've ever had was Christopher Reeve.
Mm-hmm.
He had a book, I think it was called Still Me, It was after the accident and everything, and he actually reads the audio. There's an audio version of it where he reads it, and it's him, and you can hear like the machine behind him breathing for him and stuff.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting.
And does he talk about the accident and stuff?
Oh, he talks about everything.
Does he get emotional while he's doing it, or is he just
wow. Yeah. Joe says Joe, we need you to clear up some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that Arby's okay, where's Joe? There he is. Joe Wentz. All right, just remember, Joe, no swearing. Oh, Spanky said they listened to the Christopher Reeve audiobook. Yeah. I got to find it. I have it on cassette, actually. But it's been years since I listened to it. It's been, oh man. Did any of you guys like The Midnight?
What's
that? Is that a movie?
Is that a book?
Oh, Midnight Special. It's two different sentences. Midnight Special TV show. Argent was on there. Argent.
Man, I know nothing.
Joe.
Is he in?
Huh? Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on one second. I had to turn my camera off. But oh, he's telling me to send it through the opposite of the way everybody else wants it. Wentz. Man, there's a million Wentzes. Joe. W.
Crap! I was just trying to respond to a text message on my computer to somebody, and I wrote it in the chat. Good thing I just wrote K instead of something else, you know.
Joe, I can't find you. I got Joe Satriani.
Oh yeah, bring him in here. And I'll ask him why Kirk Hammett turned into a worse guitar player after he got lessons from him.
Oh. Invite. Okay. Yeah, I was in a hangout with Satriani once. Years ago. And that's not the question I asked him, but
yeah, I'm sure he would have loved to hear that.
Yeah, it's on the channel here. Search Satriani on the channel here, and you guys will come across it. All right, Joe Wentz is going to jump in. We can talk more about Argent and Arby's. The Arby's Argent Special.
And then before
hold your ham up. Hold your ham up high. Just kidding, Joe. I do like Arby's. I do love that horsey sauce.
Horsey sauce?
Yeah.
Tell me they call it that.
Uh-huh. Joe.
Bozique likes the new bluesier Kirk Hammett. Makes one of us.
I've never been a huge Metallica fan myself, so I really don't know much about. Hey, Joe.
Hey, man. How y'all doing?
Hey, Joe. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, my friend. How are you?
Fellow South Carolinian. Is that what we say?
Yeah, man. South Carolina. We in Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville. I go to your you in Myrtle Beach, correct?
Yeah, a few minutes north of Myrtle in Little River.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I go to Myrtle Beach about Sunday through Thursday, man. I was asking you if you knew where Executive Avenue was.
Yeah, that's where all the tattoo shops are, right?
That's Seaboard Street. But if you go down and you see the tattoo parlors on your left and right, you go down just a little bit, there's a road right here on the right beside this big building that says Blue Owen Deal. It's an old blue metal building. If you take a right there, that's where the branch is. That's where I deliver.
Oh, okay.
Every night, yeah, I'm down there.
You're close, man.
Water tower.
When you deliver. Yeah, if Seaboard Street, what Joe's talking about, there's literally a tattoo parlor. How many tattoo parlors would you say is in this?
I would say, man, there's probably at least 10.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're right next to each other,
Mhm.
And I'm like, there's no way these people are making money.
Yeah, and they've been there, man. Like we moved here 7 years ago, and they're all still there.
Yeah, they're there, man. Yeah, it's just like, man, I don't see how they're doing it.
Me neither. Where'd Johnny go?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I don't know.
I've got the camera off for a few minutes. Yes, yeah, Showman. Yeah, the Wolfgang. Where is it? Everybody's answering for me, but hey Johnny, what the H is a Fender EVH Wolfgang special? Well, Fender, the EVH guitars are made under Fender, so technically they're Fenders. But the Wolfgang special is that's a Wolfgang that was originally made in Japan and in China. Now they're made in Mexico. And Joe has one of the Mexico versions.
Yes.
I've got two of the Japanese versions. And they're all
the Japanese versions.
excellent.
Don't they have stainless frets?
Yeah, the Japanese versions and the Chinese versions have the smaller stainless steel. The Mexico and the standard, which is made in Indonesia, have larger frets.
What do you prefer? Frets.
Myself, I love the stainless steel, the small ones.
Yeah, because I don't know if I mentioned, but this one has the vintage frets, and this is the one thing I was nervous about is the vintage frets, because I'm not a jumbo fret fan either, but I do like a little bit some like medium jumbos or mediums or whatever. But I was reading some reviews on the USA guitars with the vintage frets, and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I love them. So I have a striped special that's in the shop not in the shop, but at the tech right now, and I'm gonna have him replace the jumbos with vintage stainless steels, because with this guitar they feel phenomenal, man. I mean, I bet if I played them on a different guitar I wouldn't like them, but something about this fretboard and neck just works with these frets.
Yeah. So Joe.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what song I'm talking about? I was talking about how Greg Renoff pointed out how the intro to Eruption was actually inspired by another song. Do you know what song that was? Or what artist that was? It wasn't Argent, was it?
I don't think so. I honestly can't recall. I heard y'all talking about the audiobooks, and is it Jay? Is that your name? Is that correct, Jay? Okay. I heard you say that you haven't read Running with the Devil yet, or whatever, and
I haven't read any
Van Halen Rising, because you said it was hard to read a book. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, man. If you I get the audio formats of those books, man. They are phenomenal. So yeah,
if you drive for a living, so I could see why. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you don't have to. I mean, if you ever have any spare time or something and you want cruise it down the road and get the audio format and check it out, because they have great narration. And you're correct. The guy that narrated Sammy's book, Red, no, it was not Sammy, but the guy was kind of in that ballpark of Sammy's kind of nuances in his voice, kind of, sort of. But the guy did a really good job of the narration.
Was he screaming? Does he scream in between words?
No, he didn't.
No, you're talking about the guy that did Sammy's book, right?
Right now, yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, because he didn't.
The gentleman that narrated, the person they hired to narrate the book.
Yeah, the guy. The guy that read Sammy's book, he didn't really bother me, but there was some times where he had, I don't know if he was trying to, sound cool or hip or whatever, certain times in the book, but yeah, for the most part, he did a good job, I thought.
Yeah, I thought he did fantastic. Yeah.
That's
have you read that book?
Listen to it, yes.
Yes. Okay, well that's fine. Either one, either or.
Yeah,
the one
It was great.
The one story that I pointed out the other day, over here on this channel, wild how Sammy was in the studio when he was starting to work on one of his first albums, right? He had done Split from Montrose. Okay. So he's at the studio, it's pouring down rain. He has to go outside to his car and, get a couple of guitars out the back of his car. While he's doing that, Sly and the Family Stone get to the studio and they're walking in. Now, you remember it's pouring down rain. Mm-hmm. So Sly and his entourage, they all walk in, and Sammy's coming up with his guitar. He's like, hold the door. Well, when he gets to the door, Sly just turns around and looks at him, and the door just goes, it just shuts. And Sammy's standing there. This is in the book. I'm not joking. And Sammy's standing there, banging on the door. Hey, and it's pouring down rain, and they had to buzz the door, for it to open up, so it magnetically locked, magnetically sealed for freshness. Anyway, so the guy went ahead and opened the door, and Sammy comes in there, and Sammy's pissed, and he puts his guitars down, and he goes up to Sly's face. He goes, "Hey, trucker, why didn't you hold that? Why didn't you hold that door open for me, man? It's pouring down rain." And Sly Stone looks at Sammy and goes, "People hold doors open for me, mother," like that. And then Sly's bodyguard pushes Sammy against the wall. Pushed him against the wall, and Sammy just stood there because he was outnumbered. There wasn't nothing he could do,
Yeah.
Where was this? Was this here?
Was
this in San Francisco? Was this in Marin or something?
I'm not sure which studio it was. I don't know if it was Sunset Sound or what, Johnny. I don't know what sound.
The record plant?
I'm not sure what it could have been, but I do know it was in California. It might have been the record plant.
The record plant? That's a famous studio up here.
Yeah, and but I think he was working on his first solo album, I believe. I think it was the first one, but yeah, I just thought that story was wild out of that book. I was like, man, that was messed up.
A lot of good ones in there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stories, But
got a question here about Bozique about swapping out a Floyd or FU tone the existing Floyd. I think Dave has mentioned this a couple times. If you have a Wolfgang standard, swap it out. The Wolfgang specials and the USAs both have the same FU 1000. The Floyd 1000s, whatever they are.
What'd you say?
Yeah, FU. They're made in Korea, but they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get
I love the one here I got two of the specials, and I love them, man. Golly, I love them.
Yeah. So if you have a
great.
special, FU tone it. If you have a standard, get a new Floyd. Right? Yeah. No. Anyone?
I've never played the standard, so I wouldn't know. I've never messed with one, so I have no idea. To tell you the truth.
The standard,
but
they're good. They're good, but it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to update any of that stuff.
Upgrade to Floyd.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You don't have to upload do anything, but if you're going to,
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't sell the guitar you grew up with.
That's my mistake, man. I remember my very first guitar. I don't even remember what happened to it. I don't even have it anymore. It's gone. I can't remember what happened to it. Very first guitar. Man, it's long gone.
What was it?
I don't know. It was a Strat knockoff, and Johnny's like, "Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging, man."
I can't even remember what it was.
It was a Strat. It was a Strat knockoff, and it had I remember the name on the headstock was, it said Memphis up there, and I was,
Oh yeah.
My first guitar, I was 16. I didn't know what that meant.
Was it a regular size guitar, or was it a smaller guitar?
No, it was regular size. Yeah, it just had that said Memphis up there. It was regular size and all. I remember it was kind of heavy. It was like a pearl white, and I had that for probably about
Well, it was probably plywood.
Huh?
It was probably plywood.
It might have been, Johnny. I don't know. It might have been. I don't know. I remember it had some pretty good weight to it, and
Mhm.
I had that for about 3 years. And
Hey, Timothy.
this is how stupid I was. I was, I didn't really know. I didn't have a tuner or nothing, so I would listen to a buddy of mine that lived down the street had the same exact guitar, except his was red with the white pickguard. Looked just like a Fender, except it didn't, it said Memphis said Memphis on the headstock. So we're sitting there and I went to his house one day. He didn't have an amp, and he plugged into this old stereo, and he got them curly cords you get from like Radio Shack back in the day, them gray curly cords that last like 2 weeks, don't work anymore, So I went to his house and he plugged it in and, we got some sound, and we thought that was the coolest thing in the world. We didn't, and I said, do you know how to tune your guitar? He's like, yeah. So, I tried to tune best to hit. I didn't know what was in tune and what wasn't. Anyway, so some time went by. I took it to the music store, the guitar store. I was going to get a new pickup put in it, and it was a Hot Rails. The salesman said, yeah, that's what you need, I said, all right. And, and I remember they put it up on the counter, and one of the salesmen opened the case, and he ring across the strings like that. And of course it sounded, God. When he did his fingers across the strings, it's a sound. Give me a break, Ring. Anyway. Yeah. It was awful. Yeah. It probably sounded worse than that. It probably sounded worse than that. And he done that, and he turned around and he said, what the H is wrong with this guitar? And I looked at him. I said, no, don't touch it, like that. And he looked at me and goes, hey man, calm down, like that. Cause I didn't know any better. I was stupid,
Yeah, you thought once you tune a guitar, it's in tune.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know back then. I was like, it took all that time to get in. It wasn't even in tune. It wasn't nowhere close. But back then I didn't know any better.
And thought he broke his guitar.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine, the same thing, string broke. Well, the guitar's broke. And I was like, oh, dude, you've only had that thing for like a month and it's broke, So,
yeah.
Wow.
It would have been interesting to see your chords, Joe, like your guitar that's tuned like that.
Wow.
Your fingers are like like
I think it would.
I didn't even know any chords back then, Johnny. I was just making noise, with one note or something, I did that for quite a while, until
it would take like 6 fingers to make an A chord.
Yeah. A few years went by. Yeah, there you go. That's correct.
Like A chord.
Or just A chord.
And so yeah, just something. Yeah, and it was a few years went by, and then I got my second guitar, and I put it on layaway. And I remember my mom going up there with me to help put it on layaway. It was a BC Rich. That was my second guitar, and I thought I was big time then. I got a BC Rich because BC Riches were real popular back then. This was like what, man, 88.
What
something like that.
What model was it? Can you not say it on?
Man, what was it? I don't know if this is correct or not.
Because like the Warlock and the BC Rich female dog was one of them.
It wasn't a pointy guitar. It was just a regular red, like NJ series or something. I don't know if that's right or not. I can't tell you.
So it wasn't some weird shape like the Warlock, right? Is that what you're saying?
No. It was just a regular, guitar, rock guitar looking thing,
It was round.
But I remember the yeah. I remember the locking up top. I remember the locking up top. It didn't have the Allen screws. It had regular flathead screws. I remember that.
Wow.
That was wild. It didn't take long. I stripped those things out because I always over torqued them. And then over time you couldn't.
You can't do that. Hey, Sinner. Yeah, Sinner knows the name of it. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Sinner would know.
Yep.
Yeah. Rich, and then rhymes with Rich after that.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts with a B.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Dan Willite, he got it. Yeah, that song that we were talking about, that sounds just like the beginning of. We think Eruption was inspired by the intro, That was a song called
Mhm.
"Let Me Swim" by a band called Cactus.
Oh, okay.
So after we're
Okay.
done here,
I-
YouTube "Let Me Swim" by Cactus and listen to the beginning, and you'll be like, wow.
That's everybody's homework assignment.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you guys this, man. Speaking of eruption and all that stuff, you might have seen this on YouTube. I don't know if you have or not. I just came across it last night. But have y'all seen the video of the guy that goes back to what was that, Sunset Sound, where the early Van Halen records were recorded? He goes in there and shows the whole setup and has the kids in there that play
Warren Hewart
songs from Van Halen 1. Golly, man, them kids was tearing that up. I was like, holy smokes, man. I didn't know if y'all seen that or not. That is amazing. And it shows
That's
that.
the kind of stuff they should be doing in junior highs and high schools, man.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with our society. Everything's going downhill.
Oh man, it's been downhill. Yeah, but I thought it was very interesting how they set everything up the way Van Halen was recorded. Van Halen 1 was recorded in that. And what was that? Studio 1. And Studio 1 right there, they had all the mic placements just like they had on Alex's drums and.
Yeah. Then he goes into the room where Eddie's guitar amp was, and that when Warren Hewart said, "This is the room where Eruption was recorded," it's like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. Also, that was the same room. That was also the same room where Jim Morrison sang vocals on those albums for the Doors too. I thought that was pretty wild. I was like, wow, that place has so much history, man. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine going in there and just making an album? That'd be awesome,
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Cool.
Just in general, it'd be awesome. But then to think, oh, that microphone was used on that track of that song or whatever,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Everyone's getting loaded in the chat room. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
What are the chords to the beginning of that? Is it Is that right?
That sounded like MTV's Week in Rock.
That might have been that.
Remember that?
I haven't played that in so.
Did you know Eddie actually played that too? Not the MTV version of it, but they did a promo for that for when Carnal Knowledge came out, and Eddie actually plays those chords on his Music Man.
Oh,
I've got the video somewhere.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh Lord,
it's cool. It's cool. I'll find it. I'll find it. But no, what's the eruption chords? You would think we would know. It's A.
Oh, that would be A, G, and D. A, G, and D.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, I was doing E, G, and D like a numbskull.
I was thinking it was A, D, and E. That's wild thing.
No, y'all are Van Halen fans? Come on, man. God almighty.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna slam me about Arby's. I had to get you on that one.
Oh, no, we love Arby.
I heard you, Jay. That's all right. That's cool. That's cool.
Is there an Arby's in? Look at how red I'm turning. Is there an Arby's in Myrtle Beach?
I do not know, man.
Oh, come on, I was gonna say we'll meet there.
I don't. Nah, man. Nah, I seriously do not know. I get down there to the destination and do my stuff, and I'm out of there, man. I'm there for maybe 30 minutes, and I'm gone, man. I get out of there.
You're not tempted to stop off and get a tattoo at the
no.
75 tattoo parlor?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You see a lot of blue lights right there on that stretch, right there with all them tattoo parlors, man. They got people pulled over, people walking down the street all the time. I see it every night, man.
Yeah.
The cops got people in. I said, man, I ain't stopping in there.
Yeah, 'cause that's where Costco is right near there. So we go there every couple of weeks.
Yeah. It's right down the road. Yeah.
There's more than just tattoos going on in there.
I think there's some. Let's just say, to put it politely, I think there's a bunch of illegal activity going on there.
That's why Joe goes there all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll
5150.
Yeah, he volunteers for that route.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, we got him over here. Come on. Oh, God.
Back. Arby's man is back.
Well, I do remember. Nothing against Florida. You know, I lived in Florida, but I do remember every corner there was. You know.
What part of Florida was that? Miami or
Miami? What? Miami.
Oh, good Lord! Yeah.
Every corner in Miami. You know, you drive around, and especially at 2 a.m, and let's just say every corner there was stuff going on in those buildings that.
Oh yeah.
So I heard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Spanky said, Joe, I thought Seaboard Street was where Walmart is. Yeah, it's right next to there.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah.
You know, there's like a Michael's Home Goods.
Yeah, there's like a shopping center over there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Verizon.
You're correct.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
It is 7 o'clock right now.
10 o'clock here. I gotta go put my kid to sleep soon.
Ah, it's Friday.
Well, she's 11 months old, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
And my wife's working, so my in-laws are downstairs. Watching her.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I just left her downstairs. My wife's working. I just left the 11-month-old downstairs.
Oh man.
I put some cartoons on. She's fine.
Well, the cartoons these days, man. Hey, Charlie.
Oh boy.
Hey. You have no idea
Charlie
what you just walked into tonight, man.
No. Especially if someone just tuned in when I was talking about leaving my 11-month-old down there.
Oh, God. Next on the ID channel.
Cops.
Joe, did you didn't see the pictures we were looking at of the guy with all the newspapers piled up next to the dirty window?
No, sir. No.
Lucky you.
Lucky me.
Somebody's selling a guitar in Reverb, and it's painted striped up, which again, it's illegal to do that. But you scroll through the pictures. You scroll through the pictures, and the window is like totally like dirt all over it. Newspapers piled up. What was it? Miller High Life. Huge cardboard cutouts.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh man. Good gosh.
Crazy. But Joe, did you both of you guys? You guys probably saw this when Nesdal and Desiree announced that they were hitting the road.
Mm-hmm.
Was it yesterday?
Yes, sir.
I posted a picture of what looked like Nesdal driving. Did you guys see that?
Oh.
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh.
Joe, you saw that?
Oh,
look at this. Let me.
Joe, I just sent you Facebook messaged a link to that guitar, and I think it's the last photo. If you keep scrolling.
Oh, okay.
So.
Look at this. This is a picture. I just happened to find this on I just Googled guy driving, and this is like the first picture that popped up, and I'm like, that's Dave. Look at this. And so I posted this.
Oh, I thought that was Dave.
No, it's not.
He's got to get a pair of those glasses, man.
I know. That's what I was saying to him. I was saying Desiree's got to get you the Elvis glasses. You know,
those are awesome.
That's not him. Yeah, I added this picture to the thread on Facebook and put hashtag Wave to Dave tour.
Yes, I did see that.
And remember, I made the joke the other night how Dave's going to drive by and not even wave.
Yeah,
he'll wave, but not even be looking. And
I was like, when did Dave? I was like, when did Dave get a convertible? I was like, wow. I was like, that's cool. Style it and profile it. Man.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, Lordy mercy.
That's
crazy.
Look, he's got the gold watch. He's got the Elvis glasses. He's got the little mustache. Man,
You got some bling bling happening there. Yeah.
that's
We gotta get him those glasses.
see you, Dan. Oh, I want those glasses. I love Elvis. I love the Elvis.
Taking care of business.
Spanky asks, what are some keywords I can use to see that EVH guitar on Reverb?
Well, all of them, because they used all of them in the title.
Yeah, if you can scroll back and see it's exactly what was written. It's Music Man, Axis, Custom EVH, Striped Kramer 5150.
Dang.
Oh, good gracious.
Yeah.
Man.
And then the last picture, is it the last picture?
Wow.
I don't know if it is actually. No, it's not. I don't know. I can't tell. But yeah, there's the one picture. There's a stack of newspapers. It looks like the, like the Morning Star whip from like Castlevania that.
Oh yeah.
The end of that is on the next to the window. What is that?
Oh man. Hopefully that ad doesn't say local pickup only, man, because you walk down there, you're never getting out.
No, that's the room you're going to be locked in for the next 30 years.
That window doesn't open.
That guitar is in there.
Has anybody seen Johnny anywhere? I ain't seen him in 3 months.
The newspapers are stacked up, so it gives you something to do while you're locked down there. Or no, it's to keep you warm.
Mr. BHBJR is asking Steve Anderson if he has any EVH guitars he's willing to sell. Hey, if something gets sold on here, Johnny gets a kickback. What's your commission?
5%?
5%?
Man. I don't know, but no dating, please.
He's looking. Yes, thank you.
Oh boy.
So did you do any tone upgrades on any of your guitars, Joe?
No, sir. No. The Wolfgang specials, I just have them like they came, man. All original. Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't do any upgrades. No, huh? They are. Go ahead, Johnny.
Huh? Oh, I said Yoda G.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something. I thought I interrupted you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how I answer the phone.
Yo, G.
Whenever you call me, it's like bring ring. Joe, make a ringing sound. Make a phone sound.
Hey, Spanky found something else.
Yo, G. Yo, G.
Yo, G, what up?
Yo, G, what up, dog? Oh, hello, man. Yo, G, what up, dog? What's the haps? Oh, hey, Grandma.
Oh, man.
Spanky found something else fun in the picture. He said there's a paper plate laying on the floor behind the guitar. Yeah, that's one of the hostages that's in there right now. Dinner plate.
Oh, no.
A paper plate with a stain? With a chicken wing stain?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, no. Joe, with an Arby stain?
Yeah. Where's Arby salt? It's on that plate.
I would only wish, I would hope that's horsey sauce. All right.
Gosh.
Joe, did you ever go to Zaxby's?
Actually, we had that tonight, believe it or not.
Oh, look at that, man. Do you get the Zax sauce on it?
Yes. If I get wings, if I get like a certain platter they offer, it comes with ranch and Zax sauce.
Zax sauce is phenomenal. I haven't had Zaxby's in a while, but I usually get the chicken finger sandwich with Zax sauce, and man,
yeah,
I load it up.
Yeah, they call that the kickin' chicken sandwich. That's what they call it, the kickin' chicken sandwich.
Oh, that's abuse, man.
No, that's what the name of it. And I had that tonight with a salad. Yeah, it was awesome.
With a salad, it's like eating a Big Mac and a Diet Coke. It's like, what?
I know that doesn't make sense, but for some reason, I don't know why, but I was wanting a salad with the bits of chicken in it. My wife gets it once in a while, and I said, man, that salad looks good, so I got the sandwich and the salad. And I thought to myself, I said, this doesn't make sense. But it was good. And salad was big too, man. I was like, heck yeah, I got that ranch dressing.
It was kicking.
Went to town, boy.
Hey,
it was
Bazik.
kicking, yo.
Have a good night, Bazik.
See you, buddy.
Thanks for calling yesterday or day before, whenever that was.
Oh yeah, I heard him on. Yeah, I was
up.
watching that episode he was on.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Awesome stuff.
You know what sucks is that guy's going to sell that guitar now because we've talked about it so much.
You're right.
Somebody's going to get it just to have the guitar that was in the photo with the dirty window and the plate. And
Hold on a second.
Wow.
We loaded it up the first time. Did it say there's one offer on it? Because right now it's saying there's an offer.
Uh-oh.
Remember.
It's probably Nesdal.
Y'all done promoted it. Now it's going to sell.
Yeah.
Man.
It's been up there for. It says it's been up there for 6 months. That's what it says.
Good gracious.
Wow.
If people are smart, it'll stay there for another 6 months if it's in that bad of a location.
Yeah.
Again, no,
Gracious.
it's illegal to sell guitars painted like that, you know. Well, although my avatar, you know, those can be sold because that's sold by the man himself. Man himself. What am I reading here? Jim Nichols. I love the Bojangles biscuits.
Bojangles.
Hangover cured.
Yes, that's a big thing here in South Carolina.
Yeah, I've only had biscuits.
Bojangles.
I haven't had the actual chicken from there.
Yeah, the chicken ain't that good, man. You're not missing anything, in my opinion.
Showman says it's a fake. It's not a real anything.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's not a real Music Man. No. No, it's a custom guitar. But huh? Is that Bruce?
Mr. BHP.
Please show me the text you get from Steve Anderson of his 5 EVH guitars.
Did you get that?
You sent me a text? Let me see. Also, Joe, I'm just testing this. Tell me if you
Hey, Joe, do you like my shorts? Test this. You like my shorts?
Wait a minute.
You know what, man? I got a pair of those. Yeah. It's wild, man, 'cause they ain't got no pockets.
No, I know. You know how many times? Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, I got a pair. I just haven't really tried them yet. But
When I bought
I do
them,
have a pair. Yeah.
when I bought them, I was pumped because I'm like, man, I'm going to go to the beach and everyone's going to be
Yeah.
like, where did you get
Yeah.
those shorts? Man, nobody said a word about them. I was bummed.
I was just bummed 'cause they didn't have no pockets. I was like, man, that sucks. You know, I was like, come on, man. Good God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's all bum.
Johnny, what'd you send me, Johnny? You sent me something. I can't look at
Yeah,
it yet.
it
'Cause I'm on
just
here.
says testing. Because, my Facebook Messenger wouldn't open earlier, and I just uninstalled and reinstalled it.
Oh, yeah. I see the little message thing. It popped up. It's got your little messenger picture here.
Mm-hmm.
And but I can't open it up while I'm on the phone. So that's why I asked you to send this through Hangouts instead of Facebook, because it'd be quicker just on the phone right here instead of having to boot the laptop and go through all that rigmarole. You know.
I think Chris has the shorts as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I got them right there in the dresser. My wife asked me, goes, why in the world did you order these? You ain't never going to wear these. That's what she said. And I said, I don't know. I just thought they were cool.
You said
Yeah.
that's what she said.
Yeah. Send it to Johnny. He'll wear them.
Yeah, but
Johnny says,
no pockets thing.
I don't.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Are they shorts?
Johnny don't
Are-
even
are-
wear shorts.
No,
Are they swimsuits?
they're board shorts, right? Board shorts.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
What's
Yeah.
board shorts for surfing?
Mhm.
Yeah, like sir. Yeah.
That's the way I took it. Yeah.
The guy in Santa Cruz doesn't even know.
I
Wow.
wish they were a little longer. And I remember the first time I washed them, and I didn't use bleach or anything, but now they're like maroon, brown, and white. I don't know if anybody could see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never mind. Johnny,
Oh yeah.
we're both trying to show stuff off at the same
Me
time.
first.
That's I'm sorry. Whose guitars are these? It said in the chat. Was it Steve Anderson? He's got all the Stripe series guitars. Look at that. Most of them. I think you need the star.
Those are pretty, man.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I like that couch too.
Yeah.
There's no dirty window in the background.
No newspapers.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, hey, I'd hate to leave you guys, but I got to put my daughter to sleep.
Oh yeah.
All
It's
I can stay on all night, but you know.
I know. Oh, it's getting late. We're going over 2 hours here.
Went fast tonight, man.
Yeah. Yes. All right, everybody. Thanks for you guys can't even see me. There I am. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for watching. Joe. Great to see you.
Yes, sir.
Man. The Joe Wentz
Thank you so
Project
much.
TV.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Is it Joe Wentz Project.tv?
Yeah, it's just the Joe Wentz Project TV. Yeah. And then my site is thejoewentzproject.com. Right.
So that's too confusing for me. I'm out.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
How do you spell Joe? Is it J-O?
J-O-W, right?
Jow. Hey, Jow. What up?
Yes.
Yeah,
and
man.
Jay.
Yeah.
Great to see you, man. Thanks for joining us, and it's always a great time.
It is.
And look at Howie. He's sniffing that Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
Look at
Get it, Howie. Get it.
Get it. Grab it.
He's ready to jam.
Oh, he dropped it. Look there. It's on the floor.
Oh.
Hey, Kevin gave that to me. Kevin Landor.
I thought when everybody would ask you how many eggs today, for some reason, man, I was thinking they were thumbs downs. I'm like, why is everybody calling thumbs downs eggs?
Oh.
Yeah, this was like a couple months ago, you know, when I first kind of started watching you guys.
Because Nesdal started calling them eggs because, well, a zero looks like an egg.
Okay.
So it was negative eggs is what he would call them. Okay. And then the reason why Steve Anderson asked me how many eggs, because, you know, I've got chickens and they lay eggs. So I collect them every day. I think today I only got one, I think. Although I'm still staying away from the eggs because the chicken coop still stinks like skunk. Bad.
Man.
Bad.
Oof.
Yes.
It's bad. That's bad.
Bad. All right, not you, Howie. It's okay. You're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Oh,
it's good to see you, Jay.
Good to see you too, Joe, man.
Good to see you, Jay.
Yeah. Good to see you guys. And
Jay must be having his volume down.
No.
Did you hear what I said, Jay?
You can't hear me?
I said it was good to see you.
I said it was good to see you too. You can't hear me?
Oh, okay. Okay, then it was me then.
Okay, sorry. I was like,
sorry.
What'd you say?
Going in.
Yo, G.
Yo. All right. We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty.
JohnnyBeane.com. Yes. Slap that thumb.
Yep.
The one that looks like this. Slap it. All right. All right. See you guys later. Everybody, have a good night. Joe Wentz.
Adios.
7/8, right?
Yes.
And Johnny Beane.
That's right.
All right. Good night.